History Chapter 1 French Revolution Part 2. Students, in this video we are going to discuss further events which led to the French Revolution of 1789. In the last video we discussed that how the French society was divided into three divisions. First state comprised of clergy people, second estate comprised of nobility, and third estate which was comprised of big businessmen, merchants, court officials, lawyers, peasants, artisans, landless labor, servants, etc. Next topic is the struggle to survive. The population of France rose from around 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. Obviously, this led to sharp increase in the demand for food grains. Supply was less, demand was more. As a result, price of bread rose rapidly. Wages of the people were not according to the prices, so the gap between the poor and the rich widened. Things became worse whenever there was drought or hail, which generally used to destroy the crops. This led to a subsistence crisis. Subsistence crisis is an extreme situation when basic means of livelihood are endangered. This flowchart shows the process of subsistence crisis. Here you can see first step, bad harvest. It leads to scarcity of grain. Scarcity of grain leads to rising food prices. As a result, the poor people cannot buy bread or food. So when they don't have food, bodies become weak. When they don't have food, obviously they want to get food. As a result, food riots are there, and when bodies are weak, diseases are there, automatically it leads to increase in number of deaths. Similarly, food riots also leads to increase in number of deaths. So this situation is called subsistence crisis. Another important factor which led to the French Revolution of 1789 was rise of middle class. In the past, whenever there was revolt by peasants and workers against taxes, etc., they were without proper means and programs to fight. But the 18th century witnessed the emergence of social groups termed as the middle class. This middle class was rich. They had earned their wealth through overseas trade, through manufacturing of goods, through export, and all these were part of middle class. And further, so many professionals such as lawyers, or administrative officials, all were part of this middle class. They believed in one thing, that a person's social position must be depend on his merit, not on birth. So these ideas led to a society based on freedom and equal laws. So many writers and thinkers such as John Locke, Rousseau, etc. put forward these ideas. Rousseau and Locke and so many other writers influenced the ideas of the people. In his book, Two Treatises of Government, Locke sought to refute the doctrine of the divine and absolute right of the king. Rousseau proposed a form of government based on a social contract between people and their representatives. Another famous person of that time, Montesquieu, proposed a division of power within the government between the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. He proposed this idea in his book, The Spirit of the Laws. Hence, the ideas of these philosophers greatly influenced the people. They started to discuss these ideas intensively in saloons, coffee houses, etc. A news further led to the events. The news was that Louis XVI was planning to impose more taxes to meet the expenses of the state. This generated anger and protest against the system of privileges. This is picture of Louis XVI. That's all about in this video. In the next video, we will discuss how the revolution started. Thank you. Kindly subscribe my channel www.youtube.com/Ram Sharma Live.